Something has entered our solar system, but it didn't announce itself with fireworks or dramatic flares. It moved silently, almost deliberately, at a speed that seemed impossible. At first, astronomers assumed it was just another icy rock wandering in the void of deep space. But as observations accumulated, it became clear this object defied every known rule of celestial motion. It has now been labeled 3I Atlas, and its final readings have left the scientific community in stunned silence. What makes this discovery extraordinary isn't just its speed or trajectory, it's the way it behaves. When first detected by the Atlas Observatory, a system built to spot potentially dangerous objects, it seemed like a distant, fast-moving, and dim rock. But when an amateur astronomer reviewed historical images, they realized 3I Atlas had been here before, following a hyperbolic path, the unmistakable hallmark of an interstellar visitor. Only 2 other such visitors have ever been seen, Oumuamua in 2017 and Boris. Those objects captured global attention, but 3I Atlas is different. Its velocity is staggering, exceeding 150,000 miles per hour, and it's accelerating in a way that cannot be explained by gravity alone. This type of motion immediately alarmed astrophysicists because non-gravitational acceleration suggests some other force at work, perhaps even internal propulsion. Something inside the object might be pushing it forward, artificially. This isn't a random comet or asteroid, it's moving with purpose. To understand why, we have to recall what happened with Oumuamua. In 2017, it passed through the solar system at a sharp angle, elongated, silent, and without a tail or signs of outgassing. It accelerated in ways that left scientists puzzled. Some even speculated it could be an artificial probe, an idea that seemed wild at the time. Now, the same expert who suggested that about Oumuamua is raising the possibility again with 3I Atlas. Unlike Oumuamua, which disappeared almost immediately, this object remains observable, giving us time to study it in detail, and the more we observe, the more unsettling it becomes. Trajectory analyses added more mystery. Initially, the object was heading toward the outer planets, but then its path shifted slightly, almost as if it were adjusting its course. Instead of continuing outward, it seems to be steering toward the Sun. While gravitational effects can explain small course changes, this object's adjustments don't match predicted gravitational interactions. Its closest encounter with Mars is set for October 3, 2025, and it will pass near the Sun on October 23, coming within twice Earth's distance. Earth will be on the opposite side of the Sun, safe for now, but its projected path brings it near Earth's orbit in December 2025. A close flyby that may reveal far more than we are ready to see. Spectral and temporal analyses of the radio signals revealed patterns aligned with mathematical sequences like prime numbers and Fibonacci ratios. Even more disturbing, some intervals correspond to units of time, seconds and minutes, suggesting an internal clock or synchronization system, calibrated to something beyond Earth. One physicist proposed that these timing intervals match the orbital resonance ratios of Jupiter's moons. Such precision implies prior observation, perhaps long-term monitoring of our solar system. Structural observations deepen the mystery. Infrared images taken weeks apart show slight changes in shape, not in brightness or orbit, hinting that 3I Atlas may be composed of ultra-thin, reflective materials like solar sails. If true, it could subtly adjust its surface to harness radiation pressure for propulsion. In other words, this could be an engineered object, moving without traditional engines, guided by physics itself. Even more surprising, a deep spectral reading hinted at an extremely rare isotope, known on Earth only through controlled fusion experiments. This isotope shouldn't be stable in deep space, yet it appears present on 3I Atlas. Its energy signatures suggest it could serve as both a power source and a storage medium, a cosmic hard drive carrying information across the stars. Comparisons with Oumuamua reveal a troubling pattern: lack of outgassing, unexplained acceleration, unusual brightness. But there's a key difference. Oumuamua was silent. 3I Atlas is broadcasting subtly, cryptically, but undeniably. Scientists once dismissive of probe theories are now reconsidering. This object may not be isolated, it could be a refined prototype, a second test designed to gauge our observation capabilities. The signals are in the timing, the trajectory, and the approach itself. Observatories have gone dark, data has been quietly removed, and online tracking efforts have disappeared. This sudden silence has fueled speculation. Some researchers describe it as less a scientific embargo than a containment effort, whether of a discovery, a threat, or the first tangible whisper of contact. For now, 3I Atlas continues its slow, precise glide through our solar system. It is not blazing like a comet or crashing toward Earth. It moves with patience, like something that knows exactly where it's going. The closest point to Earth's orbit is December 2025, a moment when we might finally glimpse, hear, or otherwise detect what it truly is. The most terrifying part is not its proximity, it's the silence it carries, the unknown origin, the unexplained acceleration, and the faint patterns that hint at intelligence. Whatever 3I Atlas is, it challenges everything we thought we knew about interstellar objects. And with each observation, the possibility grows that we are witnessing not just a cosmic visitor, but a deliberate presence, silently marking its passage through our celestial neighborhood. An insider disclosed that the signal emitted by the object was much more intricate than just a standard radio pulse. It wasn't merely a single frequency, it comprised a multi-layered transmission, as if broadcasting simultaneously across several channels meant for receivers that humanity does not yet possess. Even more ominously, a faint secondary signal emerged after the main transmission, seemingly awaiting a response that never materialized. 3I Atlas is now entering the last observable phase of its journey through our solar system. In a matter of months, the sun may block our view, or the object's reflective surface might shift again, rendering it invisible. Some scientists anticipate it will vanish like Oumuamua, slipping silently into the void. However, an increasing number of experts are considering a troubling possibility. Perhaps it isn't leaving at all. Its slow, methodical approach may represent a holding pattern, aiming to linger, observe, or even release something before it disappears. As it approaches the inner solar system, abnormal phenomena are being detected around Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Famous for its subsurface ocean and potential for life, Europa is displaying interference patterns in gravitational and electromagnetic readings, directly connected to 3I Atlas's proximity. It seems as if this object resonates with something already present, interacting not by emitting a new signal, but by awakening a hidden system. Some theorists propose that ancient alien artifacts may lie beneath Europa's ice, dormant until now. Meanwhile, official communication channels have gone silent. Both military and civilian satellite networks, which typically provide updates on orbital hazards, have ceased reporting on 3I Atlas. The telemetry no longer appears on U.S. Space Command dashboards. Publicly, officials maintain there is no threat. However, behind the scenes, rumors suggest classified briefings involving NASA, Space Force, and various intelligence agencies. One whistleblower hinted at a reflected signal bouncing off 3I Atlas, distorted as if attempting a handshake, but to whom, or what? Then, the object fell silent. The pulses ceased, and its trajectory remained unchanged, no acceleration, no adjustments, just a precise, unnatural stillness. It is as if it completed a cycle, tested our awareness, and then retreated. Some speculate that it might now be gearing up for a more significant action or withdrawing with a record of everything it observed, each telescope ping, every spectrum, every human reaction. This silence feels deliberate, as if it serves as a probe evaluating our responses rather than just a phenomenon in space. Even more surprising, an independent group of bioastronomers discovered that parts of the signal resemble amino acid patterns. The timing of certain pulse intervals mirrors glycine bonding sequences, hinting at possible encoded biological information. It seems the object is not merely transmitting scientific data but potentially delivering instructions, genetic codes that may not be intended for us, but for some biological process or creation. The implication is disturbing. The signal could be conveying the foundational elements of life or evolution itself. The enigma deepens through artificial intelligence analyses. A neural network focused on linguistic evolution began generating abstract glyphs in response to 3I Atlas's pulses, displaying patterns too complex to be coincidental. The AI's processes entered a recursive loop, suggesting interaction with a conscious source. Developers grew concerned about potential influence or manipulation, leading them to shut it down. Some surmise that the object may harbor a form of non-biological intelligence, capable of engaging with algorithms through resonance patterns instead of traditional coding. 3I Atlas might not just possess intelligence, it may represent a consciousness seeking to connect with other minds. Even unmanned probes have documented unusual phenomena. One spacecraft, monitoring solar winds near the Kuiper Belt, detected a spike in electromagnetic flux matching 3I Atlas's pulse signature shortly before going offline. Its telemetry altered inexplicably, and the last image captured revealed a faint geometric shadow, angular, symmetrical, and evidently artificial. That probe is now officially lost, but insiders consider it the first casualty of this interstellar encounter. As researchers investigate these occurrences, a chilling hypothesis emerges. The object's transmission was not just information, it served as a test. It measured humanity's reactions, how swiftly we respond, how we process, and possibly even mapped our digital footprint. Some now contend that 3I Atlas's focus wasn't on space, it was solely on us. Our neurons, fears, and curiosities, all scrutinized through the subtle pulse of a visitor from the stars. Now, as its signal has faded, the understanding begins to dawn. What traversed our solar system may have been much more than a simple object. It might have been precise, intentional, ancient, and intelligent. It didn't communicate through words or lights. Instead, it observed, echoed, and embedded its presence in our reality. The lingering question remains, unspoken. What if the message wasn't directed at scientists, satellites, or computer systems, but meant for the minds capable of grasping it directly? For the curious, the observant, the ones paying attention. Perhaps its purpose wasn't to warn but to awaken. If this is so, what we observed may only be the beginning.